Hey guys, Kent from the Wood Metal Workshop. This is a bucket, but it's not just a bucket. It's something that's going to save you time, money, and make all your work in the shop and around the house and on the job site so much better. Stick around, I got 10 tips. If you wait till the end, I got some bonus tips for you. Alright guys, first one. Now, this isn't a 5-gallon bucket. This is like it's a 3.5 quart bucket. Drywall mud. Drywall mud buckets are awesome because they're free. You can get them on any job site. A lot of times if you drive past a dumpster on a job site on a new house at drywall time, there'll be a stack of these sitting in the dumpster ready to be picked up, cleaned out, and used for other stuff. This is just an awesome little thing to have around. Throw your tools in it, take it where you need to go. And same with the big version of that. They work great because not only are they a way to organize your tools and carry them from job to job, they're also your trash bin. You just throw all your trash in the bottom. Take out your supplies, throw the trash in, put your supplies back on top, go back to the truck, take the stuff out, dump the trash in the trash bin. So, that's your first tip. Okay, this one's pretty self-explanatory. Get your miscellaneous crap bucket. Everybody's got one in the shop. It's full of screws and nails and other parts that you don't want to throw away, but don't want to put away. So it ends up in here till a rainy day. They do sell little liner trays to stack in your bucket that you can organize and use the bucket as good storage, or you get this. Alright guys, another easy one. Empty bucket or a full bucket, doesn't make a difference. If it's got a lid, set it right side up. If it doesn't have a lid, set it upside down. Packing blanket or a cushion or something. Shop stool. If you need more height, turn them upside down, stack them on top, a few on top of each other till you get to the height you need. I used to do that to do TIG welding. Okay, tip 4. So, empty bucket, hole saw, vacuum hose. Go ahead and drill a couple of holes in the lid. Take your vacuum hose, stick it in, stick another one on the other side. One end goes to your shop vac, one end goes to your table saw or wherever else you're creating a lot of dust. This fills up first before your shop vac. Good tip. Oh yeah. For my shop vac, it's 1 inch or 2 1/4. If you don't have a designated spot for your clamps, bar clamps, put them in a bucket. Holds them upright, easy to grab, and of course, you can carry them around. Alright guys, tip 6. This one can cart. So, regular tall kitchen garbage bag fits perfectly in a bucket. If you're painting and you're not done, a roller and handle, standard roller and handle, will fit in here, along with some paintbrushes. Stick them in, put the lid on, or close the bag and put the lid on. They won't dry out, and they'll be ready to go when you're ready to go start painting again. Alright, we're at number 7. Kind of going with the last one. Dirty stuff. Oily rags, everything. Keep them in a bucket, keep the lid on. Self-combustion is a thing. You got the lid on here, no oxygen, no fire's going to start. I prefer using a metal bucket for that, but those are a little harder to come by. Right, guys. Number 8. You've seen me use this one over and over again. Drops, scrap metal, they go in a bucket. I keep one by the dry cut saw, keep one by the bandsaw, keep one by the milling machine, keep one by the wood chop saw. Any place where you're creating drops and chips and whatnot, these buckets are great. You just drop the stuff in there, and it can either go to the trash, or if you think ahead and drill a couple small holes in the bottom, you can put them outside until you're ready to go to the scrapyard. They won't fill up with rainwater. Alright guys, bonus tip number 1. We've all got chains. Well, we all should have chains. If you don't have chains, you're doing something wrong. Anyhow, storing chains is a pain because you throw them in a pile and you grab them and they get messed up. However, if you use a bucket and put the hooks over the end, bonus if you make tags, future video, so you can see what length they are. You can line the thing with as much chain as you can fit in here, and you grab them and pull them out. They don't get tangled. Sometimes they're a little hard to pull out if you've got a bunch of chain, but 2 or 3 chains, you can usually just pull these right out. Bonus tip number 2. Restaurants. They all use this kind of soap for cleaning their floors and their dishes and whatnot. This one's from Ecolabs. Can't remember which restaurant I got this from, but whenever I stop in at a restaurant for lunch, usually I'll ask if they have any empties they want to get rid of. These are nice because they have the nice tight screw-on lids, and they're great for used motor oil and transmission fluid and any other chemicals that you want to store until you can take it to the recycling center instead of trying to put it back in the bottles it came from. Alright guys, bonus tip number 3 was the last one. They sell these screw-on lid kits, and in this one I store my deruster. Whichever brand you happen to use, it's great. You can throw your parts in here. They even sell baskets that'll fit inside here. Screw the lid on so it doesn't evaporate. And you can use this stuff over and over again to derust parts and everything else. This one I derusted a bunch of chain in and a ton of other parts. So get one of these screw-on lid kits. Use it for your deruster. So buckets just aren't buckets. They're workshop gold. Which tip or trick or hack, however you want to call it, are you stealing first? Put it down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Alright guys, catch you in the next one.